Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78. Once again here with a collection pickup video. Um, Relatively small pickup video, just a few things I got when I went to pick up my comic books, and some things that came up on a yard sale and a swap meet I went to today, before the rain let out, which is actually a good thing. And like always, I like to share these videos with you guys, so let's get started. First off, I actually want to talk about something I picked up when I picked up my comic books. And the comic book store actually had these Legion rings. I don't know if they were part of any promotion, but they were selling them for $1. And I've actually always wanted a Legion ring, from the Legion of Superheroes. Basically because they're really in the comic books they're really multi-purpose. They're flight rings, so you can fly, and they also generate this force field that can protect you from space and radiation and stuff like that. And also, I think it augments your strength. So as a comic book big geek that has gotten into comic book accessories, getting Legion rings I thought was pretty awesome. I actually always wanted one since Smallville. Smallville, when they introduced the Legion, they had a Legion ring that could also allow you to try time travel. So I thought it would be cool. I picked up two. Obviously, I'm gonna open one up to wear it around, and then the other one I'm gonna keep it sealed as a collectible, like I do with most of my promotional rings. But I thought that was pretty awesome. Next, first thing I want to talk about. Actually, that makes no sense. But the second thing I want to talk about is, of course, my monthly Club Nintendo. Uh, Still think it's the best, video game magazine we have here in Mexico. Talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Talks about soon to be released Super Mario Land 3D. Really looking forward to that. Looks like so much fun. They also on the cover have Mario and Sonic. I still think it's so freaking weird to see, Mario and Sonic in a Nintendo magazine. Back in the 90s they were such big rivals, and now they're sharing video games together and magazine covers and everything. I still think it's so weird. But they talk about Pac-Man Party 3D, Kirby's Return to Dreamland, which actually looks like a lot of fun. I'm really glad that they're giving Kirby some love again, because all of his games are awesome. I think the Legend of Zelda and the Kirby series are the only two Nintendo series that always produce nothing but awesome games. They very rarely produce a game that's not totally fun. So yeah. Pokemon Rumble Blast, not interested in that. Rayman Origins on the 3DS looks really interesting. So yeah, really cool. I love Club Nintendo a lot. Video games. I only picked up. I'm not buying as many video games as I used to, because number one, I have a girlfriend, so I don't have time to play them that much, and I am trying to cut back because I have a girlfriend. But was able to find one game for 5 pesos, which is under 50 cents American, at a swap meet, yeah. And that's for the PlayStation 1. I picked up Soviet Strike. And basically it's about this mission-based helicopter shooter. You go around in a helicopter and you go around, destroying enemy bases or enemy ships and stuff like that. Really fun game. Really cool. I really liked it. It's developed by the same guys that made Nuclear Strike on the Super Nintendo, and I think they did release one on the PlayStation and on the 64. But you don't really see that a lot of games like this where you control a helicopter or go around just blasting enemies. So really good throwback to the good old days. I like it. Also, at the same place where I picked up the game, I bought the Aladdin original motion picture soundtrack. Aladdin's actually one of my favorite Disney movies. I really like Aladdin. Mostly, I mentioned when I picked it up, I love the characters. I love the genie. I love Carpet. I love Apu. I love Iago, Jafar, Aladdin, Jasmine, that Raj the tiger. Just a really memorable cast of characters. And it's a fun movie, and the soundtrack has all of the music from the movie, so I could download this, I suppose, but I've never actually seen the disc of the motion picture soundtrack, so I decided to pick it up. Also got it like dirt cheap. It also like cost me like 5 pesos. Didn't pick up as many movies, but I was able to pick up some of them that I desperately needed for the collection. And the first one I picked up at Walmart is the 1931 Bela Lugosi Dracula. I've been wanting this movie for a while. I know Halloween already ended, but it's the last Universal horror movie I really, really wanted to complete my collection. And this one's actually really awesome because it has the Bela Lugosi version of Dracula, and it also has the Spanish version of Dracula. Universal filmed two versions of Dracula on the same year in 1931. Had Dracula with Bela Lugosi and then Dracula with a Spanish cast. So what they would do is that the Spanish cast would record in the evenings, while the American cast would record in the mornings. And since they recorded first, the Americans, the Spanish saw what they did, and they were like, we could do better. And they tried to innovate a few things, which actually does make it a different experience. I mean, I actually watched Dracula first, then the Spanish version, and it really is like watching two different movies because the Spanish version actually explains some things that don't get explained in the American version. But both of them are awesome. I still like Bela Lugosi as Dracula a lot more. But yeah, finally got Dracula, and this represents my 575th movie in my collection, so pretty awesome. Also at Big Lots, I picked up Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter, which is a movie I actually did not own and I've been looking for on DVD. Actually, a very good friend of mine, David Lee T, just named this movie in his top 10 favorite horror movies. And I actually mentioned to him that I didn't own it, and I went to Big Lots, and bam! Finally got a copy of The Final Chapter, which is a really, really good Friday the 13th movie. It stars, in this one, Jason this is the first time that Jason actually gets killed before he comes back as Super Jason. So, really, really good movie. So happy. It's the thing about Big Lots. Sometimes they'll have like a really bad movie selection, and then all of a sudden, bam, they come out with some awesome, awesome stuff. So, really happy to pick up Friday the 13th 4. Also, I saw this one at Big Lots. It's The Return of the Vampire, starring Bela Lugosi. Um, he stars as a vampire, but not Dracula. He's actually a vampire. He's actually a scientist called Armand Tesla, who turns into a vampire. But he's killed. This team of scientists kills him by putting a stake on him. He actually has control over a werewolf, so I thought that was pretty cool. Then during World War II, the Nazis bomb a cemetery, and the coffin gets, blown out. And then some random guys pull out the stake, and Armand Tesla is back again, causing havoc as the vampire. Really good movie. Bela Lugosi plays an awesome vampire. He's not called Dracula, but he plays it as Dracula. And, it has a vampire, it has Nazis, it has werewolves. Well, a werewolf. But a really good movie. Really liked it a lot. And again, I bought it at Big Lots. Big Lots, Big Lots. Go figure. The last 4 movies I picked up were at a swap meet. I picked up P.S. I Love You. Another girlfriend-friendly movie. Basically, it's about this couple where the guy dies, but he leaves these letters that get delivered every month to his wife to basically help her cope and move on with her life. Meh. Picked up the British version of The Office, the complete series 1 and 2, plus the 2 Christmas specials. I never really got into the American Office. I watched a few episodes and thought it was actually pretty cool. But it's like in the 7th season now, so it's not something easy to collect. The UK version is only 2 seasons long, plus the special, so I saw this baby, I thought it would be great to pick it up. And it's actually pretty awesome. It's really, really funny. Um, the characters are really really cool. Um, it even has the guy from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies uh, playing this character. So really really good. And actually got me curious into now watching the American version of The Office because this is really awesome. But again, it's like 7 seasons long, so it's a little hard to collect for that. Picked up Alfie, starring Jude Law, Marissa Tomei, and Susan Sarandon. It's about this womanizing guy that goes out with this rich old lady, and then he goes out with this single mom and everything. Typical guy uh, that goes around sleeping with women, and then starts to question if that's what he should be doing with his life. I thought my girlfriend might like it. Not a big Jude Law fan myself, so. And I picked up the first season of Beverly Hills. I'm sorry, Doctor 90210. I keep always confusing that with the Beverly Hills 90210. But it's basically this show about these plastic surgeons in Beverly Hills that they go around. People want plastic surgery, and they go through the whole procedure, and they show how they basically open people up and put breast implants or do facelifts or stuff like that. So yeah, it's an interesting show. It's an interesting show to watch. I remember watching it on cable, just because it's interesting to see how people subject themselves to plastic surgery and the whole thing that they go through. Because yeah, it's some of those operations look pretty weird. Basically like a slasher movie. I think the way they cut them open and they stretch and they cut and they nip and everything. Really, really interesting show. I think. I like the cover. The cover's pretty awesome. So yeah, that was the pickup video. Like I said, not that much to talk about. Didn't pick up that much. It's raining and I've been kind of sick, so I haven't been able to go to as many places as I would have liked. But like always, I like to make a recommendation, and I'm gonna go, of course, with Dracula. Both the American version and the Spanish version are really awesome. So yeah, that's gonna be my video recommendation for this one. Just really, really cool. I had never seen Dracula, and it is really awesome. Bela Lugosi, best Dracula ever. Enough said. So, like always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Until I see you again, this is Vargas XX78 signing off, and long live the Legion.